So hi on the Grind Podcast. I'm Shane.
I'm Glory.
Throwback Thursday, recorded on a Thursday, posted on a Monday.
Damn right. We're so back.
We're so
back. This is how it should be.
Yeah.
This is how it should be.
The equilibrium has been reset, and we're doing it all over again. First one of 2025.
Beautiful.
Not the first one being released, but
No.
first one being recorded.
Panic at the Disco beat us in that.
Yeah.
Go watch that if there's any overlap with this album and Panic at the Disco's discography. I'm sure there's plenty. Sure there's plenty.
Yeah. So, Gloria and I, we were like, what do we do next? What do we do next? And, we threw around a couple. We were like, discographies are kind of long. We don't want to be like going on for months. And I was looking through my most listened to artists on Last FM, and I was like, what about Bring Me the Horizon? Because all of the people that watch the Panic at the Disco reviews are obviously going to watch the Bring Me the Horizon reviews. It's totally not two separate fan bases at all.
No, not at all. We're definitely going to carry over all the viewers that we got for Panic at the Disco into the Bring Me the Horizon series.
Yeah.
It's going to be great.
So welcome, Brennan Urie Stands, to...
This is my first video on Instagram. Dude. Oh my God.
That account's great.
Love that account.
But yeah,
we follow it now, the podcast account.
Nice, good. But yeah, now we're going to be diving into Bring Me the Horizon discography, all of the records except the most recent one, because there is a review video on our channel that exists of that album. There is no sense literally less than a year later doing a throwback review, but that one will be linked down in the description, starting from this review all the way to the end, if you care to know what our opinions were on that. And then during the last review of the review series, the throwback review series, we'll be talking about it when we list out our favorites, rank them. So just a little discrepancy there. It's almost a full discography dive.
Almost. We just kind of like got a little excited prematurely like a year ago. And started it and then forgot about it, and now we're back. So just like think about it that way. I think that makes it easier, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're starting off with their 2006 album, Count Your Blessings. I knew exactly what was going to happen. I've been listening to Bring Me the Horizon for a while. I got into them pandemic time 2020, but I didn't give Glory much of anything going into this. She knows what current Bring Me the Horizon sounds like.
I know top 10 statues that cried blood, and I said, fuck yeah, let's cover Bring Me the Horizon. I want more of that.
Yeah, she knows what the past couple of releases sound like, but I didn't give her the history lesson beforehand. I was like, she can experience this record the way I experienced it for the first time.
Exactly. Toss her in the deep end. What is she gonna do?
Yeah.
What is she already agreed to it?
Yeah. So this is peak 2006. I'm gonna be honest with you. This record is fucking definitely a product of its time.
For sure. Yeah.
This is Bring Me the Horizon at their infancy, straight up deathcore. It is just screaming. There is not a single melodic moment on this record. It is just consistent breakdowns. All right, maybe there's a couple.
Okay, I was gonna say, because like my favorites are my favorites because there's certain moments where I go, oh my God, there's a breather here.
But it's mostly screaming, and then just the instruments are a cacophony of sounds with not the best production because it's 2006 debut album.
It's so muddled. It's insane. Like, genuinely, I didn't think that there was an album that could be mixed this poorly. Crazy. Where's the bass? Am I the only one who can't fucking hear the bass over that insane guitar and the fucking kick drums? Like, guys,
but it just
turn it down a little bit.
It makes me feel like I'm being transported back into the time that I wish that I was this age, discovering this album at that time, to experience this band at that time. So for me, it doesn't take anything away. If anything, it adds to what I'm looking to get out of this record, which is essentially nostalgia for a time I didn't get to experience. Yeah, I enjoy this record. Like, I'm a fan of most of the stuff that Bring Me the Horizon has done because their discography is so eclectic, and we'll obviously be discussing that over the past next several weeks here. But I'm not always the biggest fan of deathcore, but I think they do it really well.
Hmm.
You know, I don't know if it's just me getting used to the album as the album progresses, but I've felt this way since the first time I discovered it. The longer the record goes on, the
Hmm.
more clear the vocals get.
Yes. Yeah. No, I can definitely agree with you. I listened to it like 5 times this morning. I went, oh my God, wait, you're talking here?
Yeah, yeah.
Crazy.
Which
Great. Still don't know what he's saying.
yeah, I got still, still struggling on that front, but it is
Yeah.
weird. Like, "Pray for Plagues" is one of my favorite songs on the record, but it just kind of feels like a cacophony of noise, and Ollie's vocals are being used as an instrument. Whereas towards the end of the record, with a song like "I Used to Make Out with Medusa," I can actually make out certain
With Medusa?
lines
Yeah.
on the song.
Hmm.
But yeah, I'm a fan of this record. I'm not gonna say a big fan,
Hmm.
but I am an enjoyer. I'm not one of those people, because of course, when a band starts off really heavy and then is still heavy but isn't as heavy as they used to be, does a little experimenting, gets weird,
It's
whatever,
fucking freaky.
does what Bring the Horizon has done throughout their career. They're obviously a group of people online. They're like, I wish they were still doing "Pray for Plagues" in the year 2025. And while I wish they still played it live consistently, because that
Yeah,
would
because
be,
they bring it out every so often,
yeah,
right? Because I feel like I've seen like, oh my God, they played "Pray for Plagues" today, and I'm
yeah.
like,
Like,
the fuck's
like,
that?
like when I see them live, as much as I want to hear a song or two off the older stuff, I understand we're several albums deep at this point, and
Yeah.
so far away from this version of the band. I'm not one of those people that's like, I still wish they were doing "Pray for Plagues" like that
Yeah.
sound in
Mhm.
2025, because
I know.
like there's only so much evolution that can be done within the sound, and this is clearly a band that wants to consistently evolve drastically, and there's only so much that you can realistically do with this
Yeah.
type of sound. So it's cool. It's a cool blip in their discography. It's there if you want to listen to it, but yeah, and if I ever feel like listening to super heavy Bring Me the Horizon, they got an EP and a record to scratch that itch for me.
It's definitely there for you.
Yeah, yeah. My favorites off the album are "Pray for Plagues," "Black and Blue," "I Used to Make Out with Medusa," and off the He's a.
He's a. I read it as he's a, and I was like, the fuck are you guys talking about? Get out of here! Oh my God. Good picks.
The closer, it's just it. I love the way that like the record slows down for a second. It's got like that acoustic interlude,
15
and then
fathoms counting. Yeah.
and then smashes you in the face with the closer. Feels very much like a closer. It's very big, and then obviously "Pray for Plagues" being the big track, there's a reason why it's the hit off the record, but "Black and Blue" and "I Used to Make Out with Medusa" are, I know I said at the beginning and then immediately corrected myself, no melodic moments on the record. Those are songs that have some more melodic moments,
Like sprinkles of it.
Yeah.
It's not like a full like, oh my God, that's beautiful. It's like, oh, and then it's gone. So it's like you get like excited for like half a second. I got excited for like half a second, and I was like, oh my God, they're switching up, and then they didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but yeah, a fan of this record for sure.
yeah, solid. For a person who does not listen to deathcore, I thought this record was good. The first couple listens, I was very, damn it, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna say in this review because I can't understand the lyrics, and I prefer to listen to the lyrics instead of having like the lyrics up while I'm going, because that I feel like it's more distracting and then I'm losing focus on the instruments. So it's only like on my 20th listen that I'm actually having the lyrics up, because it's like I already know what's going on back there. I don't have to pay attention to anything else. So it was the first couple listens were a little difficult because I was just lost completely. And it's so far from the type of metal that I listen to, which is metalcore and not even metalcore, man.
Hard rock.
I fucking hard rock. I fucking listen to rap. I listen like it's so far from that. Once I got past the initial hesitation of damn, I don't really enjoy this genre as much as I enjoy all my other genres, I was able to actually find a couple bits and pieces and songs that I did thoroughly enjoy. So my favorites, and then I'll be able to explain why they're my favorites. I really like the third track, Braille, for Stevie Wonder's Eyes Only. That song is incredible. It is one of the tracks where it has a little melodic guitar part towards the third, third, it's the three-fourths of the way through, I'm pretty sure. Black and Blue is also really good. I agree with you on that one. It's another one where it has a slight melodic part closer towards the middle, and then it goes a little crazy again. I Used to Make Out with Medusa is a incredible track. I really fucking like that one. 15 Fathoms and Counting. I really like that track because it sticks out like a fucking sore thumb. There are no vocals. It's purely just an acoustic, slow, almost like fucking, it sounds like it would fit on a metalcore record because like you just need like a little whiny man like screaming over it and it's set. And it sticks out so much that the first 4 times that I heard it, just listening through the record, I thought I'd accidentally queued up another album because I was like, there's no way. And then it immediately goes into Off the Heezy. So I'm like, what was the thought process with that? Genuine, there's no reason it should be there, but it's there.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just a riff that they liked. They were like, "Fuck it, just put it on the record," or just a little jam session that they liked. They just said, "We don't want this. We need this to be out in the world." Either way, fucking weird, but I really like it, and I like it because it's weird. Because I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. Look at my hat. No, I think it's a very solid record, aside from the awful mixing, and how it is all mushed together. So apart from how it sounds, I think the record is great. I think if they remixed it, remastered it, like for like a 20th anniversary, I had to double check, for a 20th anniversary next year, which honestly they might. That's a pretty fucking big milestone.
That's wild.
I think that would be incredible, and I think the album would have fighting potential. Like I would actually be able to listen to it and fully enjoy it, because badly mixed records, I know it was 20 years ago, so I can't judge it too hard. Fuck, albums that I enjoy really well that were put out 10, 15 years ago were mixed horribly. And even those I have an issue with. But it's just like, if they remixed it, remastered it, I think it would be great. It's just because it's so fucking muddled, it's so difficult to enjoy because I can't fucking, what is that, a drum? Is that a guitar?
Or
Where's
is it Ollie
bass?
screaming his head off?
I'm like, and I don't know why it's so difficult for me to place the bass in this record either. It just feels like it was just washed away. Maybe it's the 6th and 7th listen where I'll finally unlock the bass, but it's just like, fuck, dude. Great record though. I did enjoy it. I'm being dramatic, but I did think it was really good.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Well, those are our thoughts on Bring the Horizons 2006 record, Count Your Blessings. I agree with you. If they fucking remixed and remastered this record for the 20th anniversary, although they are so far away from this version of the band, I don't know if they would do it. But if they did, this is the record in the discography that desperately needs it, and
Yes.
I would absolutely tune into it. I'm not one for like a remix and remaster version. Typically I'm like, if I'm going to listen to a record, I'm going to listen to it how it was initially intended to, not how it's intended to be listened to 10-15 years later. But I would welcome that with open arms.
Absolutely, because
sure.
it needs it. It needs it so badly.
Yeah.
You can't play that card where it's like, no, I want to listen, because you can't fucking enjoy it because it sounds so shit. Sorry, Ollie. Sorry, Ollie and friends. Shout out Bring Me the Horizon.
Shout out Bring Me the Horizon. But yeah, as we said at the beginning, we'll be going through their entire discography over the next handful of weeks. So if you want to hear our thoughts as the weeks progress, make sure to subscribe. It helps us out a ton. You can follow us on Twitter. It's Good Noise _ Cast. Instagram, Good Noise Podcast. Facebook is Good Noise Pod. TikTok is Good Noise Podcast. YouTube, Good Noise Podcast. Audio streaming services are Good Noise Podcast. And Patreon.com is patreon.com/Good Noise Podcast. But other than that, we'll see you next week for Suicide Season.
Ooh, big album.
Hell
exciting album. Very excited for that.
I have been Shane.
I have been Gloria.
And we have been the Good Noise Podcast. Bye.
Bye.